Heteronormativity in blockbuster films. My name's Elise Margulies, and this is my Women's Studies 325 final project. My thesis is that potential queer relationships and queer characters are often overlooked in mainstream movies in favor of a strong friendship or a bromance. This is despite two characters having a strong chemistry together or a stronger chemistry than their heterosexual partners. These partners are written based on commonly abused tropes and a fear that homosexual relationships will not be profitable. Avoiding these LGBTQ relationships is a clear example of heteronormativity in modern media. However, if LGBTQ relationships are presented in a normal, non-stereotypical, and subtle way, then the media and society will benefit. So what is heteronormativity and how does it apply here? According to what we learned from the gendered heteronormative empirical illustrations in everyday life, the way we'll be applying heteronormativity to movies is the assumption that sex and gender are equivalent, and that relates to sexuality. So really, sex equal gender and man plus woman equal happy. The two movies I'll be talking about today are the Pitch Perfect films. While there are many examples of this in the modern media, Pitch Perfect is by far one of the best ones. This picture is from Pitch Perfect and shows Jesse and Becca. It really sums up the boy meets girl, girl meets boy trope idea. Acapella boy meets acapella girl, of course they'll fall in love. What other options are there? If you can see past the heteronormativity and imagine that Becca does not fall for the only decent boy in the movie, then the other option is Chloe. When evaluating if a film is being heteronormative and overlooking a possible queer relationship, it is imperative to look at chemistry. While it is possible two heterosexual characters have great chemistry together, one of the pairing will often have better chemistry with a member of the same sex. This forces the audience to wonder if they would be better in a relationship with the same-sex character. Doing this is important, especially in movies that are lacking LGBTQ representation. Not all people are heterosexual and have a gender that aligns with their sex, so why does the media force the audience to watch through a heteronormative lens? Basically, there are two moments that Anna Kendrick is going to discuss in the upcoming clip. The first moment is the shower scene, and rather than describe the scene, I'm just going to show you a small part and the initial chemistry between Becca and Chloe.
I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, I say mine, and criticize. But I'm not falling for cliche. You shoot me down when I get up. Bullet holes, nothing to fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. You can sing. Dude! How high does your belt go? My what? Oh my god, you have to audition for the Bellas. I can't concentrate on anything you're saying until you cover your job. Just consider it. One time, we sang backup for Prince. His butt is so tiny that I can hold it with, one hand. Oops. Oh, seriously? I'm nude. You were singing Titanium, right? You know David Guetta? Have I been living under a rock? Yeah. That song is my jam. My lady jam. That's nice. It is. The song really builds. Can you sing it for me? No, get out. Not for that reason. I'm not leaving here until you sing. So. Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty confident about all this. You should be. Oh.
You have a lovely voice.
Thanks.
Becca later shows up to the audition and interacts with Chloe in a very flirtatious fashion. That is, if we avoid watching the movie as though everyone is heterosexual. I don't have enough time to show a clip of the chemistry between Becca and Jesse, Becca's boyfriend, but in the scenes between the two of them, it feels very forced, and the majority of their relationship relies on the audience's connecting the dots, which is easy to do considering we all assume they'll end up together. The second moment that Kendrick will talk about is the classic upside-down Spider-Man kiss scene. To quickly sum it up, the girls are at a team-building camp, and Becca and Chloe have a moment similar to Peter Parker and MJ, as shown in the top right of the screen. Now, these are not the only two moments from the movies, but they are two of the best examples, and Kendrick acknowledges them herself.
Tasty brownies in the nighttime.
I really enjoy Becca and Chloe's moments together.
Woo! Chloe!
Yes! And we had a special shower moment, and then we had a special almost upside down kiss moment. And in the third movie, I don't know actually, the director's sitting in the audience, so you can ask her if it's in or not, but there might be another special aggressive will they, won't they thing.
What does that mean when you say will they, won't they? What does that mean?
We should talk about it later.
Okay, cool. Sweet, DM me. Is that
The
what people
birds
do?
and the bees is the whole thing.
Oh, and the flowers and the trees.
Yeah.
I love it.
The will they, won't they idea is hinting that they could get together theoretically. Perhaps the only thing in their way is Jesse and the heteronormativity that surrounds Hollywood films. As we discussed, Becca and Jesse are a heteronormative couple that the audience is expecting. However, Becca and Chloe have much more chemistry. They are responsible for the majority of one another's character development, whereas any male counterparts they have are there for display because it's expected. Pitch Perfect 2 is further proof, as Becca and Chloe's plotline is one that a couple who is dating would typically experience, and if one were a man, they would probably be dating. Becca gets an internship and doesn't tell Chloe, and her boyfriend plays the questioning role of, "You still haven't told Chloe yet?" Normally, the best friend would be asking that about, "You haven't told your boyfriend yet?" But here, the roles are reversed. This is very similar to Ellen in that the audience is used to seeing heterosexual relationships, so they have come to expect it. At this point, it needs to be pointed out. As we learned through studies in Can One TV Show Make a Difference, the more queer characters represented on TV, the more likely people are to be accepting in their day-to-day lives. This is why it is so important to stop depicting heteronormativity in the media. Life imitates art. The less heteronormative our motives are, the less we are. As evidenced through these clips, oftentimes a homosexual couple will be the more logical one for the story, but due to the heteronormativity, we only see the heterosexual possibilities. When we open the door to LGBTQ media, stories and plotlines can become much more in-depth and make more sense. This is similar to Ellen, not successfully dating for 4 seasons and then having an incident causing her to realize that she is a lesbian, and suddenly everything about the show and everything about her makes sense. Watching the show through a heteronormative lens would be confusing, but with the possibility of different sexualities, it makes more sense and is a further developed plot. During Ellen's interview with Laura Dern, she says she didn't work for 3 years after her show ended. Perhaps this is a reason that Hollywood fears putting LGBTQ people in their movies. Breaking free of heteronormativity can be costly, but in the long run, it can be incredibly beneficial. Thank you!